Hello, everybody. This is Sean Gravel. I am the director, writer, and actor in my movie Sweet Dreams. We're going to be going over the whole film together, and I'm going to do a director's commentary. So let's get started. So this is my little Sean Gravel photo cinema thing that I put together.
When we dream, our brain switches off our ability to move so that we don't injure ourselves acting out those dreams. When we wake up, it switches us back on again. But sometimes the switch is out of sync, and we wake up paralyzed.
So I really wanted to put that in there because I think it really opens up the door to show the audience, kind of like for foreshadowing and just give people the knowledge of that there's going to be sleep paralysis in the movie. And those shots were a lot of fun to take. This is going to be quick, I know. But we did a ton of practice on this movie. We did a lot of takes. I ended up losing all of my footage for my behind the scenes footage. It's all gone. I lost a memory card, and it was really upsetting. But anyway, so here we are. He's drinking all these Red Bulls. He's really, he was actually really tired. He worked a overnight shift at his job, and so it worked out perfectly. But he's drinking all these Red Bulls.
What's going on?
Because they say that with sleep paralysis, if you drink a bunch of Red Bulls before bed, you can actually get sleep paralysis. So right here, we had to redo this a lot because the sound from the computer sounded awful when I was talking. There was a huge humming noise in the background. So I just redid it through my iPhone and did a voiceover of the screen and added an effect to my voice so it sounded like it was coming from the computer. And there was a lot of refrigerator noise in the background, which I completely forgot to take out the refrigerator plug, which really sucked, but I ended up making it work out. And so this scene coming up here. All right, so here I was so tempted to actually take this out of my movie, but you know what, I ended up liking it because it shows that he's working, he's really hard, and he also is drinking all these Red Bulls, and I really wanted to push that whole Red Bull thing. So So here we go. He sits down. He looks at the clock, which I actually took from a different area of my house. It wasn't actually there. And he sits back, and then this is where it gets good here. So there was a lot of different ways I was going to do this part where he wakes up, but I just really wanted to make it simple. We would do really, big close-ups showing that he's not moving and he's just trying to push himself out of this sleep paralysis. Now, hopefully you've already seen the movie, so you know what happens, but there was a lot of different ways I was going to do this. I was going to actually have him in my bedroom and have him on the bed and have something actually, you could hear it walking towards him. But I changed that. Oh, this is my favorite shot right here, by the way. I love that he's coming up right into the camera. His reaction was amazing. Chris is awesome, by the way. His acting is phenomenal. He just killed it. We did all of this in 6 hours. We shot the whole movie in 6 hours. And I worked on it for almost the whole 2 months that we had, or however long it was. This is another spot. This phone call was a kind of a mess because the audio was all messed up, and we were getting feedback from my phone, but I kind of ended up liking it. It made it just really mysterious, and there's just this echo coming back, but then you also hear the breathing. And then the sink here. I took some advice from one of my classmates who said that the pitch of the sink here was a little bit too high, or I don't know, maybe, I don't know. He said I needed to change the pitch, so I lowered the pitch of it. I'm hoping that it sounds better.
Hello?
And yeah, it's this project was definitely my my favorite so far that I've done. There's a lot of stuff in this movie that I wish I could have done better with the camera work, like as in the sharpness and everything. I don't know if you guys see that blue light. That was the best decision I could have done. I love the blue light. I get a lot of comments on that. I bought a blue light. It's like a small panel light, and it worked out great. And it just looks really just dreamy, and like it gives a really weird like effect to the movie, and I loved it. And here, that was, you know, I really love this scene as well, having the refrigerator open and his reaction when he turns around, which is awesome. This scene was a little dragged out. I wish I could have cut it a little bit, but it's okay. He talked a little bit here.
Listen.
And there was really no way for me to cut this. I should have taken more shots of this this scene, but I ended up having to do my voice recording while I was at work. I sat in my car and I voice recorded this part for my part, and it came out awesome. I really loved how this was actually Chris's idea, my actor. He came up with this idea where at the end of what I say, it like gets deep and sounds like demonic.
Hello? Sean.
So this part we were struggling on. His reaction was, and then you could see the light in the background. I feel like a lot of people don't understand what happened. I did put a sound effect for the door, or for the light to be turned on, but I don't know. I think that part lacked a little bit. I needed to find a way to get the audience to know what just happened, and I think I kind of missed the mark there. But I'm hoping people picked up on it. I love this shot. I love this scene where he's walking down right here. This is like one of my favorites as he's walking down the hallway. The acting, the lighting, everything was beautiful to me. And then his reaction here, just everything just worked out great. And with this shadow, actually, this shadow shot took me forever to put together because let me pause this real quick. It took forever because his hat was actually we took that all in one take. So he walked past the camera and then he went back into the bathroom to create that shadow. So we didn't lose, like nothing was moved, no lights were changed, everything was the same, but his hat was actually sticking out through the doorway. And I don't think he realized that. So I had to go through and mask out that whole thing, and it made a huge problem. It took me forever to fix it, but that ended up coming out really good. So let me start this back up again. I love this. This was actually not even my idea as well. Like Chris actually ended up coming up with that. The door slamming and him turning around, and it just made up a really great jump scare. And I know there's a lot of them in here, but this is my first horror, and I absolutely loved doing this, and I can't wait to do another one. So this song was actually my idea. I just lowered the tempo on it really low, and I looked up a way to how to make your voice sound like demonic type of thing. And it worked out great, and it sounds awesome. And the song itself actually has some good lyrics to it where it's, it's like they want to use you, and they want to, kind of talking about the whole demon thing. And here when he opens the door there, I love that shot. When he opened the door and he's looking through. One of my favorites as well of this movie. So this scene here was supposed to be him. When he puts the towel over his face, he was supposed to look down, and then the demon was going to stay in the mirror and look at him with black eyes. I just couldn't, I totally screwed it up, and I didn't do it the right way. So we changed it up a little bit. And I'm sure if you've seen the movie, you know what's going to happen in a few short moments. This shot was all right. I mean, I zoomed in. I probably shouldn't have done that. It's usually not, I believe it's not really a good tactic to use to zoom in like that. So I probably will never do that again. But I love this shot. I loved him opening of the curtain. I actually put that in my trailer, and it was great. It looked awesome. And I really had to work extremely hard on this right here. So having the lights flickering was actually post, and then the eyes, and then masking himself out took forever. I didn't realize how hard that was to do, but I did it. I did the best I could. Obviously, it wasn't the most clear. And then, hey, who's this guy? This is me.
Hey, Chris.
So
Hey.
I come in here, and this was also changed as well, and we just kept it at this one scene here. We were going to change it to a whole bunch of other stuff, but we ended up, we were comfortable with this one shot. As I come back and the camera pans, and there it was. You just hear the breathing again, which kind of was, you know, here we go, sweet dreams. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. This project was extremely, extremely, how do you say it? It was really, okay, I'm just going to go with this. It was fun. It was a lot of fun, and it took a long time. The editing process was very extensive. I had a lot of work to do. I had a lot of color grading. I had a lot of audio fixing to do because of it was almost 80 or 90 degrees out. So we had, at some points, we had to put the AC on because we were dying in this house. It was so hot. But we ended up making it work, and I was able to fix a lot of the sounds and everything so that you can't hear any of that. But at the end of the day, I'm really happy with how my movie came out, and I really hope you did too. I hope you liked it, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time out to listen to this director's cut. And yeah, thank you very much.